Hello everyone. So in this lab, we'll be talking about dispersion of white light. And then the basic thing we'll be doing is to identify primary colors, identification of primary colors. So before I proceed, what do we mean by dispersion of white light and how do we identify primary colors from it? So primary colors, as we must have heard before, or even if we have not heard about primary colors before, I shall be introducing them to us. Primary colors are the red, blue, and green color. So the red color, the blue color, and the green color, these three are known as primary colors. And they are primary colors because we can actually get other colors from them by mixing them together. So now what is dispersion of white light? Dispersion of white light, let me use it in a simpler term. It simply means spreading of white light. That is, white light has the tendency of spreading, that is dispersing. But during this dispersion, if it is passing through a triangular prism, it sort of splits itself into different colors. So next time when you see a white light, you see that it is not just a white light that you're seeing a combination of so many things, such that when we pass it through a prism, it tends to disperse, that is, it tends to spread and form different color spectrum. That is, this color spectrum, inside it, we also have the primary colors as well. As we can have the red, we can have the blue, and we can have the green here. And this is what we'll be doing in this lab, identifying these primary colors. Also, before we proceed, the reason why white light, when it is being dispersed through a triangular prism, the reason why it produces all these things is because in itself, it is not a monochromatic light. What do I mean by a monochromatic light? A monochromatic light has just a single wavelength. So the lights of red, the lights of blue, the lights of green, and some other colors, they have a single wavelength, so they are monochromatic in nature. But white, since on passing through a triangular prism, it does not just come out again as white light again. It would have been dispersed, and this dispersion causes it to disperse into different colors. So that makes it a non-monochromatic light. So let's quickly identify what we need to do in this lab and get it done. So the aim of this lab is to identify primary colors, and the apparatus we'll be using a triangular prism, a white light, and a screen. So what are the objectives? By the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify primary colors. And so the first thing we need to do is place the white light, triangular prism, and screen in alignment. Let's see that. So because we're using a virtual lab, that has already been set up. So this is the white light. You can see. So we'll get to see what will happen when this white light really we'll adjust the white light and we'll see the effect as it passes through the prism ourselves. So let's see. So the next thing is to switch on the white light and direct it to the glass prism to pass through. So we'll observe the colors on the screen. So let's go and do that. So I can pick this white light now, and then yes, let's see. You can see what is happening to the white light. If I want it to be bigger, I can do it like this. I want it to be bigger. So we can see that as this white light is entering through the prism, it tends to what? It spreads. That is, it is dispersed. So that is what is really happening here, dispersion of white light. So we can see the spectrum. So we can see from the beginning here, you can see a red. Then immediately after that, we notice somewhat like orange in color. And after that, we have yellow, then followed by green, followed by blue, followed by indigo, and lastly, violet. So as we can see now, we can observe our primary colors from here. Here we have a red, we have the green, and the blue. So we've been able to identify the spectrum. At the same time, not only the spectrum of white light, but is the spectrum, it contains all the colors that a white light will give when it passes through triangular prism. So not only have we been able to do that, we've been able to get the primary colors from here, the red, the green, and the blue. And this will be the end of the lab. because we have already identified the primary colors.